So what is iSpring? I'm sure that most of you have had a chance to work with the software, to take a quick glance. We only deal with e-learning, and so we've been doing this for more than 12 years now. We have thousands of clients, and if you're not the one yet, I hope that after this webinar, it will be easier for you to make the decision. We do authoring toolkits to let you create e-learning packages with no extra effort. We also have cloud sharing service and learning management solution, which can seriously boost your people development and the training in your organization. And today, I would love to concentrate on iSprint Suite 9 and show you what it is about, what you can do with it. On our website, you can see a lot of different samples. And I would most often open some e-learning package like the solar system course and just talk over every option. Like, hey guys, here is the PowerPoint slide. You can set it this way. You see all the animations, all the transitions are working, but it doesn't show you the actual amount of time you need to invest in order to make it look the same and make it work the same. So I think to make this meeting most efficient, we don't have much time. There are literally 40 minutes for us to create something, and then we're going to have questions and answers session. I would love to start from the blank presentation. Let's forget about our special for a moment. And yeah, let's click to add the first slide. Typically, that would be the moment where I'm seriously stuck, because even if I know the topic, whenever I would need to do some presentation, I'm not that good designer. So in iSprint Suite, I really enjoy the fact that we can use content library, and it is so easy to design all the slides. Content library has slide templates inside. You also have characters, backgrounds, objects, and icons, but we'll probably start with finding something suitable for our course. This one looks good. Right after I double click, it appears in the presentation, and you're welcome to customize every single field. It's not difficult at all. If you have text, it will be really quick to make this slide look the way you want to. And so spending just a couple minutes to find the right templates, you would be able to quickly build the course and so then fill it in content and deliver it to your audience. In my course, I would use the model title slide in order to create a chapter 1 page. It will be introductory to Meeting the Chef, and so our course today is dedicated to e-learning cookbook. And so yeah, the chef is going to show you the tool and give you some insider tips and useful tricks for your e-learning content. And I think we can actually change the background here. So we'll just delete this one, go to backgrounds, and find something more suitable. Content library is being constantly updated, and so you're more than welcome to take part, and so let us know what you want to see in here. If there is something crucial for your courses, for your type of training, we all know that e-learning is really about a lot of topics. We would be always happy to listen to you, and so if possible, that would be delivered right to the content library. Every picture is in high definition, so I'm sending it to back. Now I have different backgrounds, and I'm ready to create my third slide. I think that the same type of environment, this particular office would look well. So I will just duplicate the slide, then delete all of the extra objects, or maybe bring it to front. And I need to actually insert the chef. That's why I would open characters. Characters has a lot of people of different ethnicities, different positions, and no matter if you do onboarding in some serious business or you need to do training for kids, you can definitely find something which would work well for your particular e-learning course. Let's choose Emily, and so Emily would definitely be greeting. You can filter all the emotions by just typing them in the filter, and I will choose this picture. Double click, and Emily is on the way to our course. As you can see, all of the pictures are in a really good quality. And so after that, we can also insert some text cloud using one of the shapes and type in text. Well, I will cheat a little in the interest of time and copy and paste that from the previous course. So I'm sure you see the concept, and Content Library now lets you see everything even during the trial version. So you're welcome to take a look there, and so if you find something for your courses, this is great. There are more than 45,000 images, and so it's really a lot of content. And in case you feel like something is missing, just give us a message. It doesn't matter if it's chats, phone call, or email to support or sales departments. We would be really happy to hear from you and see what you think. I think it's high time to start using some interactions, and for that I will create a new slide. iSpring lets you seriously enhance your PowerPoint presentations, so it's not only about making the content creation nice, quick, and easy, but it's also about creating something PowerPoint simply doesn't let you do. And it is really fair to say that about dialog simulations. Please leave us a comment in the chat if you need to do some soft skills training or if you want to do some conversation skills training for your employees. And right after you hit insert dialog simulation, iSprint Talkmaster is being launched. I will hit new simulation, and here you will have an ability to create a starting scene. And first thing you would want to do would be definitely creating the character. You can choose one from Content Library, and I'm going to pick Emily since we already have her in the training. And she will be fine with mobile phone. After you insert, you will automatically have this character with all the emotion packages. And that's what we are going to choose for the background of our dialog simulation. Each phrase can be just informative, so it doesn't have to be a question, or it can lead your employee or your trainee to particular different scenario. So when do you guys want to start launching your online training with iSpring? I definitely hope that your answer will be right after the webinar, or maybe you want to do that right now. And if you already finished some projects and now look for a way to enhance that, you can choose I've already done that. After that, I will hold the left mouse button and drag it to some different scene. This will be our second slide, and that's where I will ask if you have some PowerPoints to start with. This question is actually pretty important because if you already have content in PowerPoint, it doesn't take a lot of time to convert everything to iSpring courses, push that to LMS if you use one already, and so this whole thing will be much easier. At the same time, if you know what you want to create, that won't take a lot of time as well. Here, instead of reply, I will just add message. And yeah, angry Emily is definitely funny, so I will choose angry character emotion. create one more branch. So if you have a lot of PowerPoints, I'll wish you a great start. And if you have some questions right now, please drop us a message through the chat box, and we can change the emotion to happy. And for scene number 5, it will be the second phrase from our main page. We are really glad that you're so excited that you want to do it right now. So let's make it sound like a plan. And if you're already done, perfect. We're happy to hear that. So as you can see, whenever you create your dialog simulation, it can be well structured. You can easily change the color for every single branch, and by this it will be even easier to control that. Moreover, on top of that, you can add grades. I understand that here we are mostly speaking about feedback type of questions. It's more about survey, it's not about grading somebody. But if you need to understand how well your employee deals with customers, how well he handles conversations within your company, it makes sense to add grades and actually see his results. After we preview that, you will see a nice dialog simulation with your character, and you are welcome to use different characters as well. Different answer options, which will make the way of your learner different. So I hope that you enjoy that as much and it looks as easy that you want to launch your training right after the webinar, or you already have some progress on that. Every single phrase can be easily accompanied by voice, and so this tool is very efficient addition to your e-learning toolkit, which is still keeping the things easy. At this point, I will save and return to course. We still have some quizzes to be shown. And so it looks like our chef has to go. We'll go ahead and change the picture. So it will be still Emily, but probably looking at her watches at this time. Right here. We'll put her to the same place. And she definitely enjoyed talking to you. So it looks like we're all set for the next step. And so in this particular course, which is just a funny e-learning cookbook, I think it will be important to cover the quizzes. This is not a trend. It is just something really, really solid. And so I hardly see the training which comes without quiz. And iSpring has a nice way to assess the knowledge of your learners. It's called Quiz Maker, and that's where you can create a lot of different questions in just a couple of clicks. So by default, you will have 2 ways to work on your quiz. It will be form view and it will be slide view as well. In slide view, you will be able to deal with everything about the design, and so in the form view, you would be able to create questions and so go ahead and set the number of points and things like that. So to start creating your quizzes, all you want to do is just choose the question type. There are a lot of different question types, and all of them can be either graded or survey. So we all know that there is no way to grade the essay. That's why some of the questions will have only one option, but for multiple choice, you can easily use it both in terms of some quiz and in terms of a survey. So let's go ahead and create a couple of questions. We'll start from really common one. It will be true or false. And we will change it to survey type of question. So let's say, hi, what features did you like the most? And as the answers, we will choose either all of them or every single feature. That's the way it will look like in the slide view. And to enhance this, let's pick the theme which we will use for our quiz. I will use one of the standards, but if you want to add custom picture and if you want to go ahead and create your own theme for your quizzes, that will be very easy, and it will basically be a matter of a couple of clicks. My next question will be multiple choice. So I want to ask if you're doing okay so far. And I hope that you're excited about posting this online. Yes, sorry, I have some small issues with copy pasting, so typing will be faster. The second option will be, come on, Max, you're boring. I hope you don't choose this one. And the third one will be sure. Since this is survey question as well, there are no grades coming, but if you want to set the grade, it will be possible to do that either for the answer in general. So if it's correct, the learner will get 10 points. If it's incorrect, the learner will get 0 points. And you can as well make the score by choice. And this will let you go ahead and create different number of points for every particular answer option. So it can be 5, 3, and 2. In slide view, you can also insert a lot of pictures. As well, you can use a content library for that. Are there any questions you have about quiz so far? Because if you make sure to type them in question box, we'll be able to answer them right away.
There is one question from Lori. What format does the import questions tool require?
Thanks for asking, Laurie. And to import your questions, you can use the quiz file. So, for example, if you've created iSpring quiz already, you can go ahead and import them. And we also have Excel template. So if there is a way for you to convert your quizzes you probably built in another tool or you use for in-classroom training, it might be easier to use the Excel templates. Everything will be assigned automatically.
I will be also sharing the link to that quiz. I'm sorry, to the import file page in our documentation. And also, I wanted to mention that we recently held a very nice workshops dedicated just to Quizmaker. So I will be sharing the links to them as well so that you guys can check them out at your own pace.
Perfect. Thank you, Paulina. And so if you will have some questions, so you're always welcome to address them to us or, for example, to ask our technical support experts. You don't have to run into technical issues to learn more about the tool. For every single question, you can definitely add more explanation. So, for example, Here in the feedback, you can give people more details about the correct answer or do the same thing for incorrect one. It's also possible to do feedback by choice. So, Tracy, if you want to respond to answers and help people learn more, that will be very easy. I also see one question about content library. You can definitely add yourself as a character when it comes to dialect simulations master, and you can insert your pictures to the screen if you have some like that easily by using insert picture functionality. Uh, so after you create a quiz like that, and we have a lots of different question options, there are free drag and drop, hotspots, drag the words, sequential and matching types of questions. It will be possible to track all of those answers in your learning management system. So if you already have one, you're welcome to use iSpring quiz packages and you will be able to get complete report on everything your learners done. And if you don't have one yet, we have something to offer. And so with iSpring Learn, you would be able to quickly get the compiled report over all of the questions your learners have answered. Polina, do you think it makes sense to cover everything else in particular about Quizmaker?
I think it makes sense to keep going because Sophia will be taking care of the rest of the questions that are there in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So
Sure.
we'll save that and return back to course. And as you can see, in just 23 minutes, I believe that's how much we spent. We already created a quick, very simple, but still e-learning package, which you can quickly upload to any website. You can also upload it to your LMS directly, and it will be possible to go ahead and see how your employees do if you want it to be graded, or you can just increase their expertise. Of course, there are a lot of other functionalities, and it would be a shame to stop the webinar at this point. So what iSpring lets you do, it lets you record the video and audio narration. And so I love it a lot because when I do that with PowerPoint, it takes a lot of time to adjust the audio and adjust the video timing. Here, it will be very easy to do that. You can record your screen. Hi. And when you do that, you can immediately change the slide. And if you had some animations in your presentation, it would be also possible to hit next animation. So you're not just recording that, you adjust that at the same time. If I don't like something about the video, for example, I want to set the voice a little, let's say remove the noise, or if I need to cut the part, it will be very quick to do that right in iSpring. You don't need to switch to any other third-party tool, so it will be one-stop shop for you to make all of the adjustments. Whenever you're ready, hit done and it will be applied to your presentation, and your video narration will be going in a completely synchronized manner with all of the slides. If you already have some videos or audios recorded, it will be quick to upload everything and then you can do the adjustments. So it works in both ways. There are also opportunities to share some web objects or YouTube video. I don't think it's being used that much, but you always have a way to do this. And there are two more minor, but at the same time really powerful and helpful tools we've recently rebuilt from scratch. Uh, One of them is uh, iSpring Visuals, and this is the tool for interactions. You can choose from a lot of interactions type. As you can see, you can describe process, you can make annotations, you can use hierarchy or catalog type of interactions as well. And so that will let you present the materials in a more visual manner and allow you go ahead and make learning for your students easier. So for example, if we want to do the interaction from scratch, let's make it guided image. After that, we will go ahead and add some picture. We actually have some, so it is easier to keep. And for every single label, you will be able to add the description. There are some animations, and you can put as much text as you want right here below the text label. It will be also possible to go ahead and yeah, I'm sorry. I need to create a slide for that. So here we can create another type of interaction like media catalog. I will use a pre-created one. It has a couple really good pages about different types of quiz. And all you need to do is left click to learn a lot about Mazdam or Emmental. So I would definitely recommend taking a look at this tool in case if you need to have a lot of text, because it's not really efficient to use walls of text when it comes to e-learning. So this would be the easiest way for you to create the content. And the one we also use a lot, and so as far as I know, especially our tech support engineers do that, will be iSpring Cam Pro. This will allow you um, create the recording. Let's make it screen and camera. And after we do that, iSpring will capture not only the screen or part of the screen, but all of the clicks, all of the actions you do. So if it's going to be right click, for example, view page source, we'll do some left click. Even if we go ahead and type the text, it will be really easy to track every single action of the user. I'm stopping the recording, and it is immediately synchronized with my video and all the annotations. You can go ahead and change every single text label. If you want to, you can also customize the annotation style, the shapes which are being used. And that lets you create how-to types of tutorials really easy, and so share them with your learners. I always leave it to the end of our meeting because it doesn't take much time, and this is a very easy process. So whenever you are ready with your presentation, whenever you're ready with your course, you can hit where it says publish, and you would be able to finalize your course and so convert it into HTML5. While I'm sure that most of you know why would you do that? HTML5 allows you to get rid of necessity to launch PowerPoints. Every learner will have the access to your courses from mobile devices. Every learner will be able to open them from everywhere without having PowerPoint installed. And what is also important, you will have complete security. Nobody will be able to edit your projects. And this will be good only for watching. Every single color or text label you see here can be changed. We have some pre-built ones, but if you need to build your very custom player, you're welcome to do so. Text labels can be changed partially. So for example, if you want to have outline instead of menu, you can do that. Or you can even translate the whole player to different language. And in layout, you can make sure that the player looks the way you want it to look. You can change the position of the sidebar, add the top bar, and all of that can be quickly customized on this page. After we're sure it looks good, you will have 5 different ways to publish your project. You can create an HTML5 package and publish it directly to your computer. This will let you get the package for the website, for example. You can use our cloud sharing solution, and after you publish your course to iSpring Clouds, you will be having a short link to send to your audience. If you use some third-party LMS solution, you can choose this tab. iSpring is fully compliant with SCORM 1.2, SCORM 2004, XAPI. So basically every single industry approved e-learning standard will work really well with the courses you create. And so of course you can make the things way easier and just choose iSpring Learn, log into your accounts, immediately choose the destination because it's going to be synchronized. You can browse through repository and choose the folder online. And after you do that, after you customize all the learning course settings and making sure that the passing score is set in the right way, you can just hit publish. And this will automatically push the content item, push the course you created right to iSpring Learning Management System. So as far as you can see, this is a very easy process. And so for this particular reason, I didn't create any serious simulation or any serious quiz. We all know that the training is very different. It varies a lot, and so onboarding course will be absolutely different from some compliance training, or if you need to do some certificates training, it will also look different. But the whole concept of iSpring is to provide an easy solution to any industry and let you create in-house training quickly. No matter if you're a student who needs to do that for his master degree, or if you're the head of HR department, the head of L&D team, and you need to bring in the internal course creation, or for example, you already have something and you need to develop it and make it easier. We are almost there with uploading our presentation online. It's being pushed right to our accounts, maybe because I'm on the video conference right now, it takes longer time. And right after we're done with this, we're logged into the LMS. And while it's not our primary reason for meeting, I guess we should have a webinar about the learning management system sometime in September. But that's the way it will look in iSpring platform. For those who know in search of LMS solution, please take a look. It is very easy to download the content, to upload the content, to run the reports. All of the reports are very detailed. Your learners will also have a good experience. And you will immediately get the results of the courses delivered right to your accounts. There are a lot of different reports available, so tracking your employees or your learners is not an issue anymore. For example, in performance summary, you can choose the whole organization, any time range, exclude those who are not assigned, and choose a few content items. And whenever you launch the report, you will get a complete picture of how people completed the courses. Whenever you have a chance to do that, you can go and see the more detailed results. So for example, here, you will even see the exact picture of the hotspot quiz type of question. And that gives you complete control over your learners' results, along with the way for them to take the courses easily in a nice and user-friendly platform. I think we're almost ready for questions and answers session. The last thing I want to do here is open user portal, and that's the way your learners will feel in iSpring LMS. They will see all of the to-do courses, what they've completed so far. You can provide them with some optional things in the catalog, and if they would like to take the course, they can open it and add it to do list. It is possible to see the results of the whole group, so you will be able to understand the average level, and at the same time you will be always able to see very detailed results of particular individual, so even exact answer to his question will be available to you. And so what our clients also found really useful was the particular report where you can track how often people choose the particular answer in a question. So basically, if there is a question where people miss a lot, it might be not so good wording, or it might be the particular area where you may want to give extra support for your employees or for your learners. iSpring LMS is waiting for you. And so, as I mentioned earlier today, we have a great offer going on only in August. There are 20% less for those who want to switch from their existing solution, and you are more than welcome to take advantage of that. iSpring Suite Full Service, which will include the authoring tool, our primary topic and points of interest for today, uh, which also has priority tag support, all of the updates, complete content library, and iSpring Clouds, so that you can also share your courses with audience, is available for you with really significant discounts as well. Please make sure to let us know if you're interested, and any questions you have will be well covered right now. Thank you so much, everybody, for your attention.
Hey Max, thank you very much for this presentation. I think you did a wonderful job. And can you please go back to the iSpring Learn LMS? Because Shelly is asking if she can see learners' results by learner to identify anyone that may need some extra support.
Absolutely. And so you can actually go to the learner's profile and see the breakdown of his results in a live mode, all of his previous results. And for example, if there has been some quiz, let's say equations in answers, you'll be able to see the detailed report. Yeah, looks like something is wrong with this particular one. Give me just a second. Let's actually do that from report section. We will do how did a quiz taker score type of report. And so let's find some quiz. Maybe we can even choose all of them. All groups, all time, show the report below. And right here we'll have a list of the courses taken by all of the learners. So whenever you would need to get more details on a particular one, you can just hit on the hyperlink, which is right next to score. Um, so for example, right here, add some detail, every single feature. Yeah, we're excited about posting it online. And so there was a test answer in the third question. Since it was essay, it won't give you any grade, but it will let you know exactly what your learners think. So I hope that covers it well.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
And there was also another question from Frank, and I guess that's how it sounds. Is there a link? I'm sorry, is the link for the audience? We want to take our course the same for all users. So,
Um,
like, how do you invite? If you want to invite users to take your course, would the link be the same for all of them?
there will be unique link. So basically, after you have a list of people, you can have it integrated with some internal system, or you can create the whole list. And after you have the contents item uploaded, for example, right here, you can just go to invite, choose the particular group or even the whole organization of your learners and send invitations. And so that will first assign the content item to them. Second, you will be able to share some custom message with them. And so if you include the login link, they will need to just do the left click to start working on the content item. That would be one of the way to invite all of your users. And it works pretty same way if you just create the accounts for them. So they will know that now they are registered and they're invited to take part in your accounts.
Thank you very much. And I would also like to mention right now that this webinar is being recorded, and you will receive the link to the recording sometime after it, sometime tomorrow, I guess. So, guys, no worries. You will be able to review all the information that Max covered today at your own pace. And moving on to the next question. Just one moment. From Chris, is there a way to put folders in the LMS for users?
Absolutely. So in the contents, oh, actually, I think we need some clarification. So yeah, folders in the list or in the categories, you will be able to manage the whole structure of your accounts right here. So there is a new folder button. Uh, we also have a way to create catalog, which will be additional option. And so if you need to store some optional content here, you will be adding some categories, and so they will be able to choose what type of course they want to take. And so if you mean the courses which are being assigned to the learner, particularly, that will be more about the assignment mechanics. So if I'm in a group of iSpring employees, I will have different type of content assigned from some other group of people in the LMS account. Hope that covers it well.
Thank you, Max. And another question is from Lori. What is the best way to publish and get a zip file?
Oh, Laurie, if you need to publish that for LMS, I think it will be easier to choose LMS, then you can choose the profile you want to use. It can be SCORM, XAPI, CMI5, or just whichever one is compliant with your learning management system. And here, right after you publish that, it will be available for you as a zip package. And in case you need to get an HTML5 folder, you can just publish it to your computer and then add it to zip after you got it published.
Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so guys, we still have a couple of minutes before the end. So you're more than welcome to still submit your questions if you have any of them left, because I think Max has been very informative today. And we even got a comment from Leslie saying that this has been very helpful and informative about the webinar.
I'm really glad to hear that. And it's always hard to give a very common overview. I believe that
Sure.
iSpring is not about this. iSpring is about solving your particular tasks. So if you want to set a call, chat about what you want to do, and so let us know when do you want this project to be launched. This will be
Exactly.
probably the fastest way to get a very tailored solution.
Yeah, right. And there was another question from Mitzi, and I am wondering how you would how you would respond to it. So the question is, what LMS systems do you recommend?
Oh, that's a great question. I will definitely recommend iSpring Learn, and to me, the biggest benefits of that would be the way how easy it is integrated. So instead of a few steps, create a package, uploading it somewhere else, you can just publish it directly to this learning management solution. Second would be kind of connected to integration as well. So
Mhm.
basically, because you use both iSpring Suite as the authoring solution and iSpring Learn as the learning management solution, um, it will be letting you collect as much info as possible. So you can actually track how many seconds did the learner spend on each slide. You'll be able to track every single response. And there are learning management systems to which we can push our content, but it's like past 80%. I don't think you can grab a lot of insight about the result of the learner if you just know the final results and the score he got for that course. And the third one, which is not the last and definitely not the least, is you have iSpring for Suites and you have iSpring for Learn, and that means that whenever you have any questions, whenever your employees meet any difficulties, you do not need to connect with several vendors. You just write message to us and you get the solution as easy as possible.
Thank you.
So
I think that definitely should cover the question.
I hope so. And yeah, I'm sure Polina will be announcing iSpring Learn webinar to everybody. And so that's the place where we would more concentrate on how to manage the training, how to make sure your employees are not tired and bored with taking some courses, and how to launch this easily with iSpring Learn LMS.
Yeah, so the webinar is called iSpring Learn LMS, the setup process from A to Z. It's going to be held on September 27th, and I am happy to share the link with you guys right now. So you are more than welcome to register for it right now before everybody else, because there was now no official announcement just yet. So we would be more than happy to see you guys there. And that's a very detailed and thorough overview of all iSpring LMS functionality, like Max already mentioned. So this is
Please
definitely,
come.
yeah. If you're interested in more information on iSpring LMS, that's definitely one online event that you would very much like to attend. Okay, well, I think at this point we are actually ready to wrap up. Our next webinar is going to be held on September 13th. It's going to be dedicated to iSpring TalkMaster, which is also called as dialogue simulation tool. And that tool is often being used for creating training content for sales managers on how they can deal with different types of customers, how they can provide better customer assistance. Right. So I am sharing with you the link to it right now, and that's another webinar you're more than welcome to sign up for. We'll be happy to see you there. Okay, so I would like to thank all of you guys for coming today. Thank you very much for making for taking the time to do this, and I would like to thank you, Max, for a wonderful presentation, and you, Sophia, for taking care of the questions. Thank you, guys. Wonderful work.
Thank you, Paulina.
All right, so just wait for that message with the webinar recording in your inbox, and we'll see you at the next webinar. Bye bye, everyone. Bye, Max. Bye, Sophia.
Thank you so much, everybody. And so have a fantastic day, evening, or whatever, wherever you are.
Right, right.
And take care.
Bye bye.
Thank you very much, guys, for questions. Bye.
Oh, that was Sophia, by the way.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.